Welcome back to Legends of Britain. Thank you for joining us again as we delve into the darkest corners of our nation's history. This is where we uncover the baffling, the mysterious, and the truly unsettling stories that have long been forgotten. Your support makes this journey possible, and we're grateful to have you with us. Let's get started. Today, we enter one of the largest and busiest cities in our country, London. In the city's hustle and bustle, millions of people go about their daily lives, but some of them vanish or are attacked in a way that leaves no trace. The London Underground is the perfect place for such a crime. Here, in the anonymity of the crowds, it's impossible to recognize who comes and goes, making it a hotbed for mysterious events. In the dark tunnels of the Tube, everyone is a stranger, and so the crimes committed here often remain unsolved. In this place, the greatest danger doesn't come from the shadows, but from the stranger standing next to you. Tonight, we travel into the heart of London's bustling underground system. This is the story of a man named David Morris, a 30-year-old who was on his way home from work, just like any other day. But he never made it home. His trail vanished completely from Victoria Station. When his family reported him missing, the police were met with a shocking discovery. The last CCTV footage of David showed him carrying a strange object, and the last person to see him was a mysterious man in a long black coat. This is a story of a mystery hidden in the quiet corners of London's busiest transport network. This is the London Underground Mystery. David Morris, 30, was a simple, hard-working man who lived a happy life with his wife and 2 young children in a quiet London suburb. He was known for his punctuality and never deviated from his routine. That evening, he called his wife to say he was leaving work early and that he had a special gift to show the kids. After leaving the office, David entered the Victoria Station Underground. The station was a cacophony of crowds, the roar of trains, and a distinct smell of the city. As he navigated the crowd, he carried a large, dark, cylindrical object. While such an object might have raised a few eyebrows, in the anonymity of London's rush hour, it went largely unnoticed. CCTV footage showed him moving through the crowd calmly, with no sign of fear. However, in the same footage, a mysterious man in a long black coat could be seen following him. He maintained a specific distance, a professional move that went unnoticed by David. David arrived at the platform and waited for his usual train home. The last footage shows him boarding a carriage. At that exact moment, the mysterious man also boarded the same carriage, right behind him. But after that, David's trail vanished completely. No one could determine which station he got off at, or what happened inside the train. When David Morris's wife filed a missing persons report, the London police swung into action. The case was assigned to Inspector Elizabeth Shaw, a detective known for her sharp intellect and experience with urban crimes. She immediately recognized that this was not a simple missing persons case. Police found David's last trace at Victoria Station, but there was no evidence of where he got off. With millions of people traveling on the Underground every day, reviewing the CCTV footage was like searching for a grain of sand on a vast beach. Inspector Shaw and her team painstakingly reviewed thousands of hours of footage. They noticed a crucial detail: the man in the black coat who followed David onto the carriage. His face was obscured, but his movements were methodical, like those of a trained professional. When the train stopped at the next station, a brief power failure was recorded in the system logs, causing the CCTV cameras to cut out for just a few seconds. The man in the black coat was recorded getting off the train at a different station, but there was no footage of him leaving the station. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Meanwhile, police received a shocking tip from one of David's colleagues. David was working on a secret government research project, and he was about to complete a significant discovery. His colleague revealed that David had been receiving anonymous threats for several days. Inspector Shaw now suspected that David's disappearance was not a random crime, but a calculated conspiracy. Inspector Shaw was now convinced that David's disappearance was part of a major conspiracy. She knew her time was running out. She returned to the CCTV footage, this time focusing on the technical logs and the blueprints of the underground. She discovered a crucial piece of information. At the exact moment of the power failure, there was a disused service tunnel entry near the platform. It was a hidden door that had not been used in decades, and it was the perfect escape route. Shaw, along with a special task force, entered the service tunnel. The atmosphere was dark, damp, and claustrophobic. The air was heavy, and the echo of their footsteps was unsettling. They finally emerged into an old, abandoned underground station, a place forgotten by time. But inside, it was a different world. It was a secret lab, bustling with activity. It was a stark contrast to the rusty walls and dusty pipes of the old station. The police stormed the lab. Inside, David was tied to a chair, unconscious, with the man in the black coat standing over him, trying to get information out of him. The man was a member of a global crime syndicate who was after the Aether Core. He was a highly trained professional who had tracked David for months. Police quickly secured the lab. Inspector Shaw confronted the man, and after a brief struggle, she arrested him. The Aether Core was recovered, and David was rescued, bringing an end to the terrifying ordeal. David Morris was rescued and received medical attention. While he was physically safe, the experience would haunt him for the rest of his life. The Aether Core was secured by the police and taken to a secure government lab. Inspector Elizabeth Shaw's successful capture of the international criminal syndicate was a major win for the police. However, for her, this was more than just a case. It was a stark lesson that in the anonymity of London's bustling underground, where every face is a stranger, any crime can be committed with frightening ease. David's story proved that the greatest mysteries and dangers aren't found in isolated, desolate places. They are right next to you, hidden in plain sight within the anonymity of a crowded city. In the labyrinthine tunnels of the London Underground, some secrets are never meant to be discovered. And so, a thrilling mystery in London's underground came to an end. This story serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the greatest danger isn't in a secluded place, but in the bustling crowds where everyone is a stranger. What did you think of tonight's story? Did you guess the dark conspiracy behind this mystery? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to hear more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to Legends of Britain. Your support is vital as we work towards our goal of 1 crore subscribers. We'll see you next time.